Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to the stream! This is a makeup stream because I was sick for like 2 days, but hi everyone! Hello Austin, thanks for being the first to dive in. Hello Apollo, hello Serial, hello Joe2O, how are we? Welcome, welcome! And Uncanny! Ah. Happy affiliate anniversary. Thank you, thank you. I didn't even realize it was my affiliate anniversary, so you know that's always good. That's always good that I know this. So today we are playing a game I saw my friend Aspro playing, and I thought it was really fun. It's a streamer versus chat game. It's called King of the Castle. So if you want to join, you can join soon, but be sure to allow permissions from the extension. It'll show you how to allow permissions on the left side of your screen, but I believe you actually have to go on the right side of your screen and click the icon of the crown to actually access how to allow permissions. The left screen is just showing you how to do it. You can get some drinks and snacks. Okay, Joe2O. I've been fiddling around with some of my programming, so if we get like things like subscriptions, bits, hype train, you'll see like different things happen in the chat. So hopefully it'll work. Hopefully it'll work. And Ghost House, hello, welcome! Yes, so we're gonna be playing today. I am very excited to try and play this with you guys. I've never played this before, so bear with me. I don't know much about this. I kind of saw Aspro playing it, but I came in like super late, so I don't know what she was doing. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But it is very interactive, so hopefully you are in for the long haul. So Monarch name is Yami. Ah, Pickle! Thank you so much for subscribing! It didn't work. Oh, it did. It did. Look, the chat says it. Thank you for the resubscribe. Yeah! Please don't forget your ASMR redeem, which I will try to do, but I'm not really doing ASMR. If you want mouth pops, it's not gonna be like right in your ears. But you know. Oh, I should probably turn off the redeems for ASMR since I don't really have them at the moment. It's okay. But again, remember to allow permissions for the extension of King of the Castle. On the left, it will show how to do it, but it's on the right of your screen. It's like a little pop-up that'll come. You just click it and then it'll be there. Okay, I go by she, her. My dynasty name is gonna be the Lake. Queen Yami of the Lake Dynasty, you guys. And look at me, I'm so regal. I'm so regal with my not green hair. I'll try, maybe I should match that. I mean, that's as much as I can match it. My dog's trying to get up on my chair to chew on her bone, but I don't want her. Can you control our PCs now? I can control everything. Oop. You guys can see what my emote number is. Everything. Everything. Okay, anyway. Hello EGP, how are we? Okay. We're gonna go ahead and... Oh, and by the way, we're gonna do via internet browser stream on Twitch, and your viewers can join a game by simply typing into chat. Yes. Players who have bought the game will appear in the story more often. Okay. We're gonna be playing on Twitch. Also, thank you, Austin. Yes, I already did that. So we're gonna choose 3 regions. I'm gonna choose the coast, of course, because water. I don't even know what it says. The Partitions are wealthy seafaring merchants noted for their cleverness, skill in negotiation, and ornate masks. Ooh, you guys got masks. You guys are a little mysterious. And Demon, thank you so much for the affiliate anniversary message. Let's see. Barons of the March. A brash rural lords famous for their belligerence and fondness for hunting. Huzzah! Yeah, we'll go with you guys because I think that's really cool. Like, you know, Yami's a hunter. Last one. I just kind of like the middle. Count of the East. It looks cute. Like, I like the moon. The counts are ruthless aristocrats steeped in secrecy. Ooh. Allegations of forbidden rituals are unproven. Ooh, witchcraft. Ooh, witchcraft. Ooh. And Reeve, thank you so much for the message. So you guys got Barons of the March, Counts of the East, and Partitions of the Coast. Okay, so you guys, let me move myself really fast so you guys can read this. I can't see. Okay. My nobles may now join Twitch chat with join followed by your pronoun. You can join mid-game and your wealth are saved in continued games. So go ahead and type in join and your pronoun and you'll be in. Oh, see? Yeah, look, Apollo's in. Apollo is Baron of the March. Let me go ahead and sidle over again so we're not, so you guys can see. So far we got 2 barons, 2 partitions, only 1 count of the East. Hopefully we could get another count of the East. There it is. We got Serial in there. Yo, with my boy Apollo. So remember that these are your teammates, you guys. You guys are a faction. So, you guys are a faction with each other. Wait, what's happening? I was lurking. Hi, Spartan! This is an interactive game. It's streamer versus chat. I am the queen of all the lands, and you guys are my nobles. If you participate, then you'll be part of this kingdom, and your whole goal is to make your land rich, or whatever goal it wants, depending on what your goal is, which I don't get to know. Did I like your Toga script? I did! I'm gonna have to think about like doing it on Sunday or something, but I gotta think of like when. Okay, cool. We got 3 partitions of the coast and 2 barons of the march and 2 counts of the east. I'm gonna give it 1 more minute and just blabber a little bit, and hopefully we'll have live or an actual video. Oh, live, because I don't have Toga. Well, I mean, maybe I could use the Fortnite one, but I don't know. I might get copyright striked. But, blabber. Pickle, join in! Join in, Pickle! And of course, if anyone comes in mid-game, you can, they can join. They might not know what's going on though, just saying. But yes, I'm gonna give it 30 more seconds. Honey, stop it. Honey, stop it. Honey, stop it. Honey! Hi, baby. I love you. You're at work? No! Okay, well, if you can ever join, let us know. But right now, it is 223, so you guys got 1 more partition of the coast. But hopefully more people will join as we continue along. Alright, let's begin the game. And if you guys have any friends that want to play, let me know. I don't know where to go, you guys. I am like blocking everything all the time. Hold up. I can figure this out. Hold on. Maybe right here? I think I'm good like right here. Let me just Okay, there we go. Alright. So for me to win, I need to acquire an heir, then complete my ambition to win. Your first reign will likely end in disaster. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Keep an eye on the regent's schemes. If they pass all their stages, they'll win the game. I see. So If it has a check mark, it means you guys completed it. If it's going up, I think that means it's towards your goal, and then if it's going down, it means you're getting away from your goal. Defiance. Be careful of the Regent's Defiance stat. If it gets too high, the Regents may rebel against you. You guys could rebel against me. To win, pass all 3 stages of my scheme. Each stage requires you to get stats to certain levels, which are affected in votes. Okay. How you vote... Oh, this is for you guys. You guys are the nobles, okay? Thank you for the hit, Pat! I'm back. Oh! Go ahead and join. Exclamation mark, join, and your pronoun. And you'll be put into a faction. Remember who's in your faction. Remember, because that's who you're gonna be teaming up with. So, noble, your pronoun, Joe2O. Read the pin, please. So this is how you guys win. To win, pass all 3 stages of your scheme. Each stage requires you to get stats to certain levels, which are affected in votes. Voting. How you vote is up to you. For your region scheme, to stop other schemes, or for the good of the kingdom. So basically, you can vote so that you screw over other factions, favor your own region or faction, or if you want to help me, because I think if the kingdom falls to ruin before you guys can even get your scheme, I don't know how it works. But I think if that's not your goal, then you lose. So you kind of can't just screw me over, right? Like 100%, you have to be strategic about it. You have to get your schemes in order before you try and usurp me, if that's what you're trying to do. Or if you're loyal to, your queen, you can just help me, right? You can just help me, right, you guys? Last thing, rebellions. If your defiance stat's high enough, you can rebel. This pauses your scheme and is risky, especially if you have low military. So I can wipe you guys out if you decide to rebel against me. But you have a chance to if you have high enough defiance. Each season, you'll get 3 events to play. Click on one to get started. Cool. So we're at the capital. We could do our coronation, council introduction, or the path to victory. I think the path to victory is nice. The monarch must acquire an heir and complete their ambition to win the game. A spouse is useful, but not necessary. Complete your ambition before a scheme or rebellion usurps you, or before you lose all authority, treasury, or stability. Okay. This is my monarch, my streamer's character. They'll appear in most stories, but not all. These are my stats. If any of them are 0 at the start of a session, the game will end. These are the region stats. Stats determine which events are generated. If defiance is higher than both authority and stability, a region can trigger a rebellion. This will pause their scheme and is risky if military is low. I can scroll through the full list of nobles and their wealth here. Okay, so I can look at you guys. So everyone has 1,000 right now. You guys are all equally rich. And well, I'm gonna read this to you guys, so, sorry about blocking some of it. Okay, anyway. Your Majesty, the first few years of your reign are the most difficult. You're new and unproven. The nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne and put their own puppet Claymont in your place. Those fools could have schemed their way out of a paper bag! Better queens than you have been toppled by their treacherous nobles, Your Majesty. To defeat their schemes, you must secure an heir and prove that you are worthy of the crown by completing an ambition. My question is this. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Let's see. As the mother of a nation, which is farming. I don't know. I don't know if I want to be farming. Okay, let's see real fast. Where did you go, Joe2O? You went to... Okay, your Counts of the East. So remember, these are your teammates, you guys. This is your nation. You want to try and be loyal to each other. But also be loyal to the queen. Yeah? 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 Okay, anyway. I want to be the greatest queen who has ever lived. I see. You're the type who likes to build lots of statues of yourself, aren't you? Oh? Statues of me. I suggest over the next few years, you focus on improving your authority as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Okay. Let's, before we do my coronation, I would like to see my council. Let's see who you guys are. Now that you're queen, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom, the desolate east, the wealthy coast, and, of course, the bleak march. I will introduce myself to the coast because, you know, water. A pleasure, your esteemed Highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. Well, hello, Patrician Austin. Now let's just go for the east. An honor to finally meet your acquaintance, Your Majesty. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. Well, hello, Count Cereal Jam. Hail and well met, Your Majesty. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape. Hello, Baron Apollo. And with that, the introductions are done. And Tank, hello! Thank you for hydrate and a posture check! If you'd like to, please join. This seems like a lot of fun. Also, I'm not egotistical, I just want to be a really good queen. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council's like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. Also, thank you, Josh! Come and play with us! You can join mid-game, don't worry. You can join anytime you want. Alright, coronation time, you guys. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Why the hurry? Or shouldn't I be giving orders now? Shouldn't I be giving orders now? Of course, Your Majesty, but to delay any longer would make nobles restless. And when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. Very well then, what must I do? As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Of course, you guys are welcoming me as your leader. Shall we call the nobles in? Certain choices will change stats. Some choices that do so will indicate this change here. Okay. Note, not all choices that change stats have these indicators, and they do not show the region affected. Oh, okay, so I don't know who might get screwed and who might benefit. These are the upcoming choices your nobles will vote on. Each of these may change stats in some way. The monarch can change how a vote is run with a law. You may use one law per vote. Try using your veto on one option you dislike. When the vote opens, nobles vote using the command !vote followed by a choice letter. The monarch may close the vote anytime after all the nobles have voted or the timer hits 0. Okay, so it said to use veto real fast. So we can host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine, force the commoners to swear a blood oath, throw the queen into a river. Troops shall bear the queen through the streets atop of shields. Well, I'm not letting you guys throw me into a river as much as I like water. So, I'm vetoing that. And oh, hold on. Let me move because I think you guys need to see. Let me move so you guys can see like the stats. I'll go right. Sorry you guys. I have such a big head. I have such big horns and stuff. Let me make myself smaller. Okay, there we go. Alright, so... Alright, now you guys know what can go up, what can go down. And again, we don't know who's gonna get screwed. It just is in general. So go ahead and start your vote. Big massive head for all those brains. Big massive head for all the antler. And Captain, welcome. You are in the Barons of the March. Remember who your teammates are? This is who you want to be with. Okay. Looks like voting has closed. You have voted for D. Troops shall bear the queen through the streets atop a shield. I hope my troops will enjoy that. Thank you, you guys. So this shows which stat has been changed and how much by. Okay. So your military is now mediocre, your military is now powerful, and now your military is strong. Soldiers from across the kingdom take part in the parade. They're even outfitted in impressive new equipment for the occasion. As you climb up onto the shield and hold your sword aloft, you realize this is not going to be easy. Your arm quickly starts to hurt. Your soldiers stagger and groan under your weight. Sure enough, one of your shield bearers trips on a loose cobblestone and drops you face first in a puddle, in full view of half the city. At least the only thing hurt is your pride. My authority's now dubious. Dubious! I'm heavy. Now that you've played all events, advance the game by clicking End Season. Alright, so we're ending the season now. And we'll be taking a break in 5 minutes, you guys, okay? So if you're watching an ad, thank you so much. If you are subscribed, then, you know, relax. Also, let me see. Josh, you are a Baron of the Marsh, okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and end the season. Each region will now vote for one of the 3 randomly selected schemes. Remember, this is the schemes that you are going to be getting to win the game. Schemes are made up of 3 stages with specific stat requirements. Passing all 3 scheme stages places the region's claimant on the throne, winning the game. Octavius of the Austin CJ23 family, well-known coastal tycoon, scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, explaining in measured prose. Fellow partitions of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Yami. Something must be done. Alright, which theme should the partitions pursue to overthrow Yami and place their preferred claimant Octavius on the throne? Please vote. Partitions. And if you guys need to know who you guys are, that's who you guys are. Vote! You guys have 8 seconds! Alright. Voting has closed. You are going to do subterfuge. So your goal is to lower stability in the kingdom. The partition plan to replace the Queen's advisors with their own agents. First, they must prove they're doing a bad job. To advance their scheme, the partitions must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Alrighty, Barons, you are up! Henrika of the EGP Wonder Chef bloodline, charismatic marcher hunter, stands before a blazing hearth, shouting and swearing. When have the Barons of the March backed down from a fight? Never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful queen, on the throne. Go ahead and vote, you guys! Barons, vote for what you would like to usurp the queen. You are a Baron right now, Josh, so you will be voting right now. The citizen should not have to suffer for zealous nobles of cost. All we're saying is give peace a chance. Alright. Voting has ended. 3 nobles voted for modernization. You want to lower the others' military. So you're going against the other regions. You want to make sure that their military is not going to be as powerful as yours. The Barons plan to modernize the kingdom's army in such a way that it's totally under their control. First, they must prove the military is in need of reform. To advance their scheme, the Barons must lower the other region's military to a combined total of 10 or less in 4 seasons. Remember your goals, you guys. Marcella of the Jojo Eisen dynasty, sinister eastern enigma, leans delicately on a podium, speaking in a melodious voice. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while we have the false Queen Yami wearing the crown. Alright, counts, please choose your scheme. Yo, we're weebs! Are you weebs? Cereal and Joe 2-0. Respect my authority! Alrighty. Voting has ended. You have voted for sorcery. Raise authority. The counts plan to make a bargain with the wizard. These immortal spellcasters seldom get involved in political squabbles, but perhaps if the queen was considered a threat to their autonomy. To advance their scheme, the counts must raise authority to 5 or more in 2 seasons. You gotta go fast, you guys. Remember, you guys have different seasons that you have to accomplish the scheme in. Here you can review the region schemes and their claimants. When you have an heir, they'll appear on the right of this page. If your reign ends abruptly, the nobles will vote for the next monarch. The vote is between the 2 regions with the highest combined stats and your heir, if you have one. Okay. So, fuck, man, I have to keep moving. Okay. So, again, barons. Again, your goal is modernization. Lower other regions' total military to 10 or less in 4 seasons. Counts. Yours is sorcery. Raise the kingdom's authority to at least 5 in 2 seasons. So yours is really fast. And partitions. Yours is subterfuge. Lower the kingdom's stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Alright, you guys? I'm gonna go back over here. Alrighty. Warning, the monarch currently has no heir. So I need to make a baby, you guys. I need to make a baby. I will sell off France to the moon, people. Why? Why France? Here you can adopt a new law that alters how voting's run. You'll be able to adopt more once a year at the end of winter. You can only adopt 1 new law at a time and have a maximum of 3 laws to use. Alright, so I could do anonymous voting. How nobles choose to vote is hidden from my view. Royal Gamble, plus 600 treasury if the nobles vote for the selected option. If the vote was no otherwise, minus 200. Or Golden Choice, if nobles vote for the monarch's choice, they gain plus 500 personal wealth. I would like to do a win-win for us. If you guys like what I choose as a vote, and it wins, then you guys get money from it. And money's good, right? No gerrymander. Alright. So right now our current laws are veto, monarch's vote, and monarch's golden choice. And we're taking a short break now, so get some food, water, whatever you might need. See you soon. Alright, we have 2 things going on. Nothing in the march, but we have 2 things in the coast and 1 in the capital. So let's see what's going on in our coast. The coast has been prosperous of late, but my tax collectors are reporting suspicious coins in the latest takings. The whole region is awash with fake money. The council needs to act. Oh, you guys are putting fake money in here. So our choices are... I'm gonna move again. Is right here good? We'll figure out where I should go. Eventually. Anyway. Tell everyone in the coast to examine their coins and return any duds. Offer a substantial reward if the counterfeits are caught. Order your artificers to invent a new coin that's harder to counterfeit. And you guys remember your goals? Because I sure don't. Also, I'm good. How are you? Oh, thank you for a hydrate. I'm going to... I remember ours, but not theirs. Right? That's hard. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna use the monarch's vote. And my vote is to... Let's see, how much money do I have? Wait, hold on. I need to know how much money I have. 3,000. That's a third. I wanna invent a new coin that's harder to counterfeit. Hopefully that will help. And let me go ahead and move again because I don't wanna... You know what? I think right here is fine because you guys need to see your stats. So look at your stats and figure out what you want. Alright, so this is my vote. So go ahead and vote, you guys. I gotta figure out a way. My head's too big. I'll go right there. I know they want higher authority over in Weed Town, so let's vote A. Alright. Voting tied at 3. So, I get to choose. Tell everyone in the coast to examine their coins or return any duds, or order your artificers to invent a new coin. That is what I wanted, so we're going with that. After weeks of experimenting, a new coin is invented. It has a special pattern on ridges along the rim that make it nearly impossible to counterfeit. However, there's much more expensive to manufacture. Did you guys see your stat go up? Partitions? Rolling them out across the kingdom will take time. Meanwhile, people continue to use the old coins, impacting trade in the coast. Trade is now dynamic. You guys went down in trade. Alright. Let's see, we're gonna go for another thing that's happening in the coast, a new trend. Lord Partition Spartan Antonio is here to see you, Your Majesty. He wants to sell you a crab. A what? It's the latest trend along the coast, Your Majesty. The Partitions have started keeping a species of jeweled crab as a fashionable pet. The creatures are so rare that one can now sell for as much as a mansion. Very well, send him in. Thank you for seeing me, Your Majesty. I know the price is steep, but I assure you these crabs will only go up in value. Okay. Buy the box of crabs. Turn this fool away. What a waste of everyone's time. I'll make the sale of jeweled crabs illegal. I don't know. I kind of feel like crabs aren't exactly the thing I need right now, but you guys can have your crabs. I'm sorry. Crabs. Honestly, what is this kingdom coming to? Sorry, you guys. I know you guys wanted the crab, but I don't have that much money. Now that you're a queen, you need personal protection. Why, I could plunge my sword into your heart right now, could I not? I'd like to see you try. Please don't. Is it your imagination, or does your Marshal stifle a wry chuckle? In any case, she quickly hides it. You need an honor guard to keep you safe from such dangers, Your Majesty. Unfortunately, this is a political decision. Okay. What's an honor guard? Ever since King Errol the Great, royalty have enjoyed the protection of an elite honor guard selected from one of the regions of the kingdom. They will accompany you at all times, test your food for poison, sleep outside your bedroom. Make sure you like their faces, Your Majesty, because you'll be seeing them a lot. Okay, but what about the palace watch? Oorah! Don't make me laugh, Your Majesty. These tin soldiers can keep out the riffraff, but do you expect them to stand up to a warlock, or a child of the Viper, or me, for that matter? Oh, okay, so what are my options? Each region offers a selection of elite guards, the Counts with Knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose. The partitions would champion gladiators from the arena, and the barons offer a squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. What foreign mercenaries do you suggest? A band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners will betray a lack of confidence in our kingdom's fighters. Tell me about the Eastern Knights. The Order of the Drowned Rose are highly respectable. They understand palace etiquette, but it's been years since they fought an actual battle. They mostly write poems these days. Tell me about the Coastal Gladiators. A gang of low-born crooks who've turned themselves into celebrities through their skill at chopping other people to bits. They're vain and selfish. Their skill in battle is undeniable, but can you trust them? Okay, veterans of the march. These soldiers have fought more battles than they've had hot dinners. They'll be uncouth, no doubt, and won't adapt well to life in the palace. But they're loyal and tough as nails. I have made my decision. Look at our military. We're clearly the best option. Barons will protect you. I await your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty. I know that your guys' scheme, Barons, is to make a strong military. I want to say that I want to go with it wouldn't help us. I don't know. You already hate the coast. I don't hate the coast. I don't hate the coast. You just wanted to sell me a crab. Alright. I want to go with the veterans. They sound the most strong, if I'm gonna go with anything. So I'm gonna go with the march. I will make the arrangements at once. Oof, so you guys, the coast is now aloof. You guys went up by 1. You didn't like that. The east went up by 1, and the march went down by 0. So the march is not defiant to me. Spartan, I'm sorry, yours is too riffraff. The veterans arrive a few weeks later. They march into the throne room in perfect formation before lining up behind your throne, hands under sword hilts. Each soldier sports a bigger scar than the last. You guys are battle hardened. If something happens, I feel like you guys could protect me. Alright, that is it for this season, so... Nobles can use their wealth to bid on any building in any region, each of which affects a stat. This is done through an auction, where only the 2 most funded buildings are chosen. When the auction is open, nobles can fund the following with this command. Fund a X, where X is personal wealth. When you're ready, hit start auction to begin the auction. Alright, so let me move for a second again. I'm gonna just be right here. It's just my head, you guys. Hi! Here is your list. This is how much you guys have, okay? So each of you has 1,000 coins. So for the barons, you guys have a fortress and an observatory. The fortress gives you +1 to your military. Observatory puts -1 in your faith. Counts, you have a deer park. Hey, deer! 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 Okay, anyway. -1 to farming. But you also have a monument. +1 to authority. And, oh, I just realized you guys can see it right there. Oh, then I can move up. I'm gonna move up. Okay, anyway. And then last, partitions. You have a prison, -1 stability, and a stadium, -1 military. So we're gonna go ahead. Remember, you can... Ah, thank you so much, Tank! Ah, 10 tier 1 subs. You're too cute. Many gifts are blessing the lake. Let's go! And thank you for the posture check. Thank you for shouting the mouth. Thank you. Thank you, the tanks. Also, Tank, if you want to play with us. But we're gonna go ahead and start the auction, okay, you guys? Remember, the command is !fund. X is the character code, and Y is the amount you'll be pledging. So remember, the character code is A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever you guys want. And remember, I think with the auction, you're not like, I honestly don't know how it works, but I don't think you're just voting on your own faction stuff. I think you can vote on all of them. So if you want, for example, like the deer park to be erected so that the count's farming goes down, then you can make that happen. You know, barons and partitions. So that can happen. All right, let's go ahead and start the auction. On vacation till tomorrow evening? Join us then. I think you can do it, right, you guys? Are you guys able to do it? Fund 100 with fund building A for 100 wealth. Oh my god, you guys! You guys! Why is there so much going on? You guys, who is penniless? EGP and Reeve, why are you penniless? What is the coast? Again, my queen, forget my eyes failed me. The coast is prison, which is -1 stability, or stadium, which is -1 military. Destabilize this shit! It's how I was born, it's how I will die. EGP, no! Please, that's not how it works. Apollo, why are you all zero? Alright, so the buildings funded is the stadium, which is -1 military, and the monument, which is +1 authority. Authorita! So, biggest contributor was Baron, EGP, and Countess Reeve. Alright, there goes the auction, you guys. I hope you're happy. Alright, let's see what's going on in the March with blood money. Let me go ahead and show you guys' stats. And let me lower myself so you guys can see your stats. I'll just go right here. So tiny. Excuse me? Nothing is wrong. Absolutely nothing's wrong in the March. Really? Because you're looking at me like you swallowed a wasp. There's definitely not an old witch who lives at the border of my lands, and I definitely haven't been having money troubles. Yeah, Apollo definitely did not, like, just spend $1,000 at the auction, right? And most importantly, she didn't offer me a fortune in exchange for just a drop of my blood, an offer which I absolutely didn't accept. Oh, Apollo. Oh, Apollo, did you just sell your blood to a witch? Apollo, shame on you. Keep looking at me like I've trod on your foot. Ever since I didn't accept the witch's bargain, I haven't found myself obeying her every command. I definitely still rule over my estate, not her. Furthermore, she didn't forbid me from telling you any of this, and I'm not using negative statements to bypass her magic. Alright. Let's fetch the court physician to see if we can lift your curse. Not gonna lie, he would absolutely do that. A shame I would be happy for a deer park. I would have been happy if you guys did a deer park too. After a week confined to a cold iron box, I'm gonna move myself again. I don't like being in the corner. With nothing to eat but salt, the magic stops affecting Baron Apollo so strongly. He's even able to talk about his ordeal directly. I always tolerated that bloody witch. She'd sell medicine to the peasants and help them find lost sheep. I never suspected she was capable of something like this. We need to call a vote. Send a regiment to take back my stolen lands. Some choices have uncertain outcomes called challenges. These can either be random or based on a stat. The percentage shows the chance of success. Alright, so we can choose to take back Baron Apollo's land and burn the witch at the stake. Take Apollo the Drake's land, but let the witch go free. Or let Apollo suffer the consequences of his bargain. Also, hello Sonata! We're playing an interactive game. If you'd like to join, please look at the pin to join the game. Let the witch go, I still love her. Apollo, why are you the way you are? Okay, you guys need some money. You guys need some money, okay? So if you guys choose my choice, you'll get 500 coins back so you guys can actually spend. My choice... my choice... Honestly, Apollo, I feel like you should suffer the consequences of your bargain, because why would you do that? But also, I don't necessarily want this witch to be here, because that might not be a good thing. So, I don't know. I'm gonna say... I'm gonna let Apollo suffer the consequences of his bargain. Yeah. I say he should suffer. Alright, but you guys vote on what you guys think should happen. Damn, Apollo, your own teammate says you have to suffer. Your own teammate says suffer the consequences of your bargain. Alright, voting's closed. We're gonna just let him suffer. You mean I have to live with that old peasant woman lording it over me? No! I'm taking my lands back! He's resisting, you guys! You cannot resist against me, Apollo. You don't get to backtalk your queen. Maybe a few months in the dungeon will cool your head. Meanwhile, the witch is well capable of managing Baron Apollo's estate. The harvest is gathered ahead of schedule and twice as bountiful as ever before. God damn it, Apollo. Look at this. This woman's running your business better. And you still trusted their military. They're good at fighting, they're not good at farming. So, Apollo has been imprisoned. Apollo the Drake 2 has joined the council. Alright, we have another one. The deceased. The elderly Baroness Frederica, a cousin many times removed of Baron Captain Doomsday, died in her sleep last week. She was nearly 90, would you believe? Better end than most of us get. Indeed, your majesty. She stayed at home in the march most of the time, enjoying herself. But she could have spent more time on her accounts. She died without a will, and the nobles are scrabbling for her estate. Baroness Frederica was my relative. I wrote to her at least once a year. Of course the estate should be mine. My late great-grandfather used to play backgammon with her. He swore she intended to leave it to our family. Uncanny. You're really fighting? That's me? I need a haircut. Uncanny has no hair. You guys want to share hair? By the ninth, that's a pitiful claim. Alright, well, whose claim to the estate is legitimate? Let's see. Give the estate to Baron Captain Doomsday. Give the estate to Lord Patrician Uncanny. Redistribute the estate amongst the Marcher peasants. Or claim the estate for the treasury. I mean, she's a relative to Captain Doomsday, right? So I would think that we should give the estate to him. Because, I mean, that's the relative. I'm the one worthy of the estate, of course. You don't have a distinct preference here, do you now, Captain? I mean, you're military. I'm gonna vote for Baron Captain Doomsday because you guys are blood relatives, yes. Sorry, Uncanny, I know you guys played with her, but that doesn't necessarily mean you get to have her estate, okay? But you guys can vote and figure it out. You guys can hash it out. And I'm gonna scoot over just a little bit, like that. If you guys ever want to see your stats, just tell me to, like, move my head. Well, at least Uncanny has some good teammates there. You guys tried. But we're giving the estate to Captain Doomsday. You can thank Reeve and Joe2O, the Count of the East. See, I'm favoring the marsh. I'm not favoring the march. It's literally the blood relative. That's how it works. Lord Patrician Uncanny shakes his head, muttering with his friends about favoritism in the councils. That's Austin. But Baron Captain Doomsday and the other barons are delighted. They even send you and the treasurer a gift as a token of their appreciation. See, look at that. Your wealth has increased by a lot, Captain. The treasury is now 3250, and Defiance is now grumbling. Now you guys are just grumbling a little bit. There's a little grumbles. You trust the situation is resolved. Alright. Now I must find myself a spouse. In the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spy master. But there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother.
Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year!
But Mother, I don't want to get married.
Nonsense. A queen cannot rule alone. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men? Women? Or do you not mind?
Any, Mother.
Excellent. I'll send messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer.
Okay. Thanks, Mom. Alright, and we end the season there. In the east, Count Cereal Jam stands on the ramparts of his castle, watching a flock of bats pass before the moon. Suddenly, the bats swirl down and begin to merge, coalescing into a black-clad figure. Suitably dramatic, I trust. Now, why did you want to meet me? If this isn't good, I'll give you a taste of boils so hideous it'll make your own mother disown you. I thought we might have a common goal. The Queen has been overstepping her bounds recently, hasn't she? Well, the Queen's Watch did order a quarantine recently. Killed off a highly unique strain that I would have enjoyed watching sweep the populace. Fine, I'll help, if you take care of the bees for me. Did you say bees? Yes, on this plane they're simple insects, but in the apiary, the worlds of dreams and magic, they're powerful and intelligent. Call themselves the dreams of being. They have an innate fondness for royalty, but sometimes they protect monarchs from magical interference. But they won't harm non-magical folk beyond the occasional sting, so you can deal with them. For the next stage of their scheme, the counts must lower all regions' combined farming to 14 or less in 4 seasons. Okay, you guys hear that, counts? Leave me out of it. She made fun of my crabs. I didn't make fun of your crabs. I said you guys could have your crabs. I could have outlawed your crabs, but I didn't. I just couldn't buy your crabs. The Queen must go. Austin, I thought you were with me. No more food for anyone. Here you can set different levels of tax or bribes for each region in a kingdom, potentially punishing some while rewarding others. Balance the needs of the treasury against defiance changes. Remember, if a region's defiance is higher than both authority and stability, they can rebel. All nobles gain wealth here, but one region gains extra wealth with a trade bonus. Regions with a higher trade stat are more likely to get a trade bonus. Okay, so, let me see. Your trade, the barons and the partitions both have. Let's see. I could do a common tax, a bribe, or a cruel tax. Let me move my head so you guys can see. Bribe, see? I think right now... Okay, I'm looking at your guys' fucking money here too. Barons, why are you guys the way you are? Why are you all just like poor except for the captain? I think you guys can all handle tax at the regular level. Money leads to temptation, and we are high in faith. So I'm just going to take the regular tax with you guys, okay? I think that will be good. I'm not gonna do any cruel tax to you guys. The counts discover a rich new vein of copper ore, making 500 wealth. The other nobles gain 200 wealth. Oh yeah, so you guys are fine. You guys have money. You guys got money. Alright, so let's confirm that. Alright. We'll end the season there. Gonna fleece the counts to get spared of defiance. No. You guys haven't been doing anything bad, necessarily. Alright, let me see what my eligible options are for my spouses.
I have found 3 potential matches for you. One eligible young candidate from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance.
Really? Alliance? And a partner for life to have and to hold, don't forget.
I suppose so, but the alliance comes first.
My mother leads me to the Great Hall, where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Wait, I don't even get to meet them?
There's no time for sentiment. You just need a match that fits your station and suits your political needs.
She whisked away the cloth from the first portrait.
This is Irvan, the eldest son of the Eastern Reeve dynasty. Forgive the snooty expression. I'm sure that's caused by her errant brushstroke. He had a laboratory installed in his castle and spent most of his time there conducting bizarre experiments. He did have to suppress a peasant revolt on his land recently. I wonder why.
I guess he's intriguing.
From the coast, we have Dominica, the wealthy heir to Lord Partition Austin's estate. They weren't originally the heir, but their elder brother had an unfortunate accident. They recently gave away half their fortune to the church, much to everyone's surprise. The common folk hate them for some reason, but who cares what they think?
Could be worse. Could be better.
You want a nerd? Do not marry my son! Why? And finally, we have the March's offering. Gloria, scion of the prestigious EGP Wonder Chef bloodline. A timid woman, not the kind that does well in the March, bless her. Perhaps the palace will suit her better. She can always be found at the card table, drunk as a skunk, betting away her inheritance. Despite that, though, she's obsessed with carving a place for herself in history.
Is that all?
What do you think? Of course, picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance.
Okay, so I have a introvert lab guy, drunk, not fighting woman, and, I forgot the Eastern candidate. Let me see. No, wait, no, that's, wait, hold on. The coastal candidate. Oh yeah, you're like, religious. Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of don't like any of them.
But I have to marry, right? I don't know. Y'all are insane to not want a woman who gets drunk at the card tables every night. I could try to refuse. I could try. I mean, I'm supposed to make an heir, though. Let's see. Without a marriage, you are alone. No alliance and no support, not to mention an insult to the most powerful kingdoms in the kingdom. What possible reason could you have for choosing not to marry? Okay, maybe I should get married. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, the stability is kind of a problem. Glad I came to my senses. Of all of these, I guess I'll take the introverted lab guy, cause like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. So the East is now loyal to me, and you guys didn't like that decision. Why are you saying fuck Reeve? You should be honored. Bad news, Your Majesty. A new reef is discovered which is overflowing with millions of jewel crabs. Crab prices are crashing catastrophically. What? The entire kingdom will suffer financially, Your Majesty, with the exception of a few partitions. Curiously, Lord Partition Spartan, the very same partition who first began the crab craze, recently sold all his crabs at a huge profit just days before the crash. Some of your guys' wealth has decreased, some has decreased, some has decreased, but Spartan, for some reason, is very rich now. We've been had! I do not regret buying my crabs. Something must be done. You summon your council to discuss the crab price crisis. Many assembled nobles have invested heavily in the crab market, and they are casting furious glances at the partition's benches. So, do we bail out the failed businesses along the coast, let the coast suffer the full consequence of their crises, or arrest Lord Partition Spartan and confiscate his ill-gotten gold? Oh my god. Get his ass? You guys want to get his ass? Oh, okay. Let's get his ass. Oh god, I sold her, never told her to buy this. Let's go ahead and vote, you guys. You guys can figure out what you'd like. Flew too close to the sun. Too much crab. Too much crab! Voting has closed. We are arresting Spartan and confiscating your gold. You sort of storm Lord Partition Spartan Antonio's opulent mansion, arresting him and confiscating his ill-gotten crab gold. The trial will be held as soon as possible. Trade is now struggling in the coast. Defiance is now mutinous. Stability's teetering, but the treasury's up. Spartan's wealth has decreased. Bro, the coast is getting dunked on. That messed up Yami. I will help you guys, okay? I will help you guys. Outraged partitions protest that your actions are illegal and make a mockery of the law. Don't they know you're the queen? Alright. You guys met your guys' goals, by the way, by doing that. Your Majesty, about the treasures of the late Baroness Frederica. I heard there was a necklace of rubies amongst them. Where is the necklace now? This is of utmost importance. Why are you asking? The High Inquisitor A frail monk in the 7th century wrote of a ruby necklace that drove those around into sin. I believe the late Baroness Frederica had it in her collection. After all this time, it may have surfaced. This proof seems flimsy. The High Inquisitor draws herself up to her full height and fixes you with a steel glare. You doubt the word of a 7th century monk who was known for his wisdom? The necklace should be destroyed. It could be tested, but the Holy Regents will be expensive. You call a council to discuss the situation. Baron Captain Doomsday looks exceedingly anxious. Captain, why are you anxious? I'm sure there's no reason to seize this necklace, Your Majesty. Surely the High Inquisitor's mistaken. Alright, we can hand it over to the Inquisition, we can ignore the concerns, or we can have the necklace tested for unholy influences. I'm gonna say we could just get it tested. Might as well test it, see what's up with it. Nobody suspects the Spanish Inquisition. I'm gonna go with A because y'all are gonna lose money. I think it's my money. Yeah, it's the treasury, it's my money. It's not your guys' money. Alright, voting's closed. We are going to get it tested. Baron Captain Doomsday reluctantly brings the necklace to the capital, and the High Inquisitor takes it away in a leaden box. She returns after a few days with an implacable expression. We had to destroy the necklace as it was irrevocably tainted and host to numerous dark spirits. When word gets around about what happened, most of the Marcher peasants agree that it's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to evil jewelry. So, Captain, your wealth has decreased and stability is now stable. Bullshit, the church is corrupt! Purple did not vote. Purple is gone. The Archbishop also sends a nominal fee to Baron Captain Doomsday as an apology. Oh, look, your wealth has increased! We said sorry, we destroyed your necklace. Here, have some gold. Alright, well that concludes the events for this season. You're dozing off. 15 coins and a slap in a chunk. Anchored a few miles from the sunny coast, Lord Spartan has invited his closest confidants aboard his yacht. The kingdom's fine. No one's calling for the Queen's advisors to resign. We need to step it up. More chaos, more panic. Then we can swoop in and offer the Queen an olive branch. Indeed. And if she doesn't want to take it, we'll smack her with it until she gives in. The partition's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. By royal decree, we can tweak the laws governing how the council votes. We can't pass more than 3, and only 1 may use per vote. How nobles choose to vote is hidden from the monarch's view. +1 stability if more than 50% of nobles vote for any one option. I'm gonna do iron choice. I'm gonna cancel gold. Iron choice. What? Oh, there you go. Okay. 1 or more regions are able to rebel as their defiance stat is higher than both authority and stability. That would be the partitions. If the rebels get more victory points than the loyalists, they'll win the game. If the loyalists get more victories than the rebels, they'll put down the rebellion and continue the game. If multiple regions rebel and win, a vote between the 2 rebelling regions with the highest stats will determine the successor. Important, rebelling regions have their schemes paused. Regions with a high military stat are more likely to overthrow the monarch with a rebellion. If stability, authority, or treasury hit 0, the rebels, oh my god, will win the civil war. Okay. Defiance too high. Rebellion will stop the region from advancing their scheme, and they can't be taxed to take part in normal wars. Defiance is too low. Needs to be a 6 or higher. Needs to be a 6 or higher. On the verge of rebellion! Okay. You can vote to rebel by typing !point rebel partitions if you want to actually rebel. It could end badly for you guys. Your military is the weakest. You guys would probably get crushed. So I don't know if you'd like to rebel. Alright. So let's do an embarrassing problem. Not to mention Yami's favoring everyone. I'm not favoring everyone else. You guys are selling crabs. Your Grace, I'm afraid someone has been painting obscene graffiti on your monument in the east. What do you mean obscene? It describes you as a tyrant. In addition, there are images. What kind of images? The obscene kind. Be specific. I'd rather not. We're all adults here. Please, Your Majesty, I'd rather not discuss such vile matters in front of the council. Okay. I quite understand, Your Grace. I assume it's washed off by now? Yes, Your Highness, but every time we remove the images, they appear again the next day. We need to track down the perpetrator. You're becoming a laughingstock in the East. When you called the council to gather, some of the nobles whispered behind their hands, stifling giggles. Count Cereal Jam was right! Alright. I'm gonna veto that this is nothing to worry about, because I'm pretty sure that's something to worry about. And you guys can go ahead and vote. You commissioned some Yami art? Reeve, how could you? Also, when am I gonna see it? Alright, well, we are offering a reward for the perpetrator's capture. So the Defiance Challenge has failed. You offer a substantial reward. Dozens come forward with tips, but they all lead to nothing. Every day obscene images continue to appear on the statue. After 6 weeks, Count Cereal Jam gives up on cleaning off the graffiti. Your monument stands forever covered in scribbled unmentionables, a testament to nothing but your inability to track down the culprit. Well, damn. Let's see. About face. Your Majesty, the new anti-counterfeiting coins are almost ready to roll out on the coast. We have an issue, however. The common folk now associate your face with the old valueless coins. Perhaps we should replace your image with something else? If we must. Sorry, Your Majesty, but it's for the best. Not to worry, Your esteemed Highness. I know who could shoulder this burden. Why don't you put Octavius's face on the coin? I know you have your differences, but Octavius is a notable public figure in the coast. I honestly would much rather just put it on just a generic image of a majestic lion. Then it's good for anyone's reign. Woo! Bless you. Thank you. Hi, Huffy. Welcome to the stream. How are we? Play with us if you'd like. We are playing an interactive game. Voting tied at 3, so we can either keep the queen's face, replace, or replace the generic image. Majestic lion! When a new anti-counterfeiting coins rolled out, coastal merchants are delighted, but a few confused peasants decide that an actual lion must now occupy the throne. Well, it's not really how it goes, but See? See, partitions? I'm helping you guys. See? Look, your trade went up. To your surprise, this meets with the general approval. About time we had such a strong ruler, the commoners mutter. When they see you in person, they're inevitably disappointed. Trade is now prosperous. See? You went from 3 to 6. All hail Queen Lion. The rumors of your leonine nature refuse to die away. Some nobles start jokingly calling you the Lioness, which isn't too bad as nicknames go, even if it's ironic. And Huffy, welcome to the Counts. These are your teammates, Huffy, so be sure to be with them. Also, where is Jotuo? I haven't seen him talk in a long time. Alright, royal wedding. Or cereal. The Counts are dead. Your wedding to Irvan is, naturally, the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in front of St. Bertrand's Cathedral, Irvan at your side. Do you take this man as your lawfully wedded husband? I do. Then I pronounce you queen and husband! Holy matrimony! After the wedding, of course, is a feast, and after the feast, a dance. At the feast, your new husband, Irvan, delivers a long, rambling speech that puts everyone to sleep. The stability is now civil! Authority is now commanding! Defiance is now aggrieved! Defiance can't go lower! Defiance is now grumbling! By the time you find yourself alone with Irvan, it's past midnight, and we've never felt more tired. We are outnumbered. There's no way for us to win. You just have to figure your scheme. Yuri got one. Oh no. Just kidding. This is Baron's scheme. Barons are almost there. But the Counts are almost. Counts are almost winning. They need to lower all regions' total farming to 14 or less in 3 seasons. So you guys, barons and partitions, might want to work with each other on keeping the farming up. Otherwise, the Counts are gonna win. What a wonderful occasion that was. A shame we had to see all those filthy peasants lining the streets on the way to the cathedral. Back in the east, our guards would know how to deal with that rabble. Let's focus on the positives. Oh, don't worry. Always make the best of things. It can be tough being as gracious as I am. What are your thoughts on the state of the kingdom? Well, you know, the kingdom looks after itself. Irvan immediately changes the topic to talk about something he's more interested in. In my spare time, I tinker with some very complicated science stuff. I won't get into it though. You won't understand it. Half of it. That's so interesting. It is, isn't it? Anyway, to continue on the subject, you gently fall asleep to the sound of Irvan droning on about himself. My husband does suck. I just had to marry, though. Alright. And that seems to be it. So we're gonna end the season there. Amidst dark and foreboding forest, a small squat castle stands watch over the Marcher border. There, at the end of the kingdom, a plot is hatching. Ha! The kingdom's militaries are in shambles. Those pathetic weaklings couldn't even fight their way through a field of rabbits. I've drafted the reform proposals as planned. The council will be more than happy to follow our lead. Good, but we must ensure they don't get skittish. The kingdom must be stable for our proposal to work. Grand, a calm before the storm. For the next stage of the Baron scheme, they must raise stability to 5 or more in 2 seasons, which stability is already up. So, yeah, petitions, you might want to work on that. Alright, so let's see right now. Your Majesty, these upstarts are saying they have a right to your throne. No doubt the nobles are already scheming to crown their region's preferred claimant. So you guys are almost there, 2 out of 3. Raise the kingdom's stability to at least 5 in 2 seasons. Lower all regions' total farming to 14 or less in 2 seasons, or lower the kingdom's stability to 4 or less. So if we put the kingdom stability really down, it screws over Baron and it wins partitions. So, wow. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, you guys strategize. Okay, the crab trial! Crabs! After months of delay, Lord Partition Spartan is finally due to stand trial for his crab-related market manipulation. You stand accused of perpetrating fraud and tricking hundreds into buying expensive crabs. How do you plead? I am guilty only of making money, so I broke a few laws along the way. Is that a crime? Yes, obviously. I pronounce you guilty as charged, and your fate will be decided by the Queen. Well, I don't want the barons to win so fast. So I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I need to kill the stability. You are a martyr to your cause, okay? Because you guys need stability to go low. Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're a martyr to your own team because you guys need the stability to go down 2 partitions, okay? I'm working with you here. I'm gonna hang Spartan. You stand at your balcony and watch as Lord's Petition Spartans led to the gallows. You guys are now furious. My authority's iron-fisted, but stability has gone down, okay? That's one of your guys' goals, okay? You're the fools who bought the bloody things. They were just crabs. Crabs! All I did was meet a demand! A curse on you all! A curse! His words are cut off as the noose tightens. Partition Spartan has died! Spartan Antonio number 2! The second has joined the council! So we need a stability to go down, otherwise the barons are gonna win, okay? That's the only reason why. I don't mean to exaggerate, Your Majesty, but I believe I have pioneered the most incredible invention in the history of mankind. I was hosting a small party, playing cards with some old friends. I called for a servant to bring me something to eat that was both tasty and convenient as my hands were occupied. What my servant brought me that evening will change the world forever, Your Majesty. Show me. Behold! He holds in the air a plate. Atop the plate are 2 slices of bread with a piece of meat wedged between them. It allows the hungry noble to consume 2 slices of bread plus meat all at once, saving valuable time! Meanwhile, the bread serves as an impregnable barrier, preventing one's hands from being besmirched by meaty juices. Astonishing. Naturally, since this is my invention, I propose we name it after me. In a few years' time, I expect everyone to be enjoying a nice Josh Red for lunch. But naturally, this innovation could not be made available for free. Every time a Josh Red 75 is consumed, I expect a small royalty payment. Alright, so should we let Josh receive royalties for the consumption of a Josh Red 75? I think that would be kind of hard, honestly. I personally would just... I don't know, I would give you guys... I would say it's either too delicious to be controlled or just give you a one-time reward, but... yeah, I'm gonna veto the servant being rewarded just because... he's gonna take the money from the servant anyway, or he might kill the servant. So I'd rather not. Alright, you guys figure out if you want Josh to be able to get royalties for a Josh Red sandwich, or if you think that's too delicious to be controlled, or if he should just get a reward. As his second and younger brother of Antonio, I will watch his entire kingdom burn to the ground and feed your body to crabs. Spartan, don't be so crabby about the situation. I was trying to help you guys, okay? either saying give the royalties or a one-time reward. I'm gonna say we'll give a one-time reward. Josh, you at least get some money, okay? Thank you, Your Majesty. I suppose it's better than nothing. So your wealth has increased, but mine has decreased. Josh Red 75's prove a massively popular luncheon. Bakeries spring up across the march, experimenting with new ingredients. Turns out you can pull almost anything between two pieces of bread. So now the trade for the march is wealthy. I'd be Seizure. Also, hi Zombie! Welcome! If you'd like to play, just check the pin. Alright, and then... let's see. Ah, Yami. I've come to ask a favor. I recently purchased a very rare reagent for one of my alchemical studies, the powdered tusk of a greater black march boar. Lamentably, it's been delayed. I was buying it from Baron Captain Doomsday. Speak to him about it for me, will you? I'll look into it. How delightful. Let me know how you fare. I summoned Baron Captain to the council chambers next day to talk in private. Whoa, my liege, what can I do for you? I need to buy the powdered tusk of a greater black march boar. Oh? You've come on behalf of your husband, haven't you? Unfortunately, I can't give you the tusk just yet. It's quite embarrassing, really, but it was stolen by a jealous rival hunter, Baron Apollo the Drake II! Apollo the Drake II! What's wrong with your lineage? To be precise. By rights, it was my trophy to sell. I killed the beast fair and square, but he disagreed, of course. Said that it was on his land, so it should be his. Regardless, I've been trying to get it back so that I can present it to your husband as a promise, to no avail. I'll order the tusk returned to you. You sent a sternly worded letter to Baron Apollo the Drake II, detailing all the laws you could arrest him for under the act against the king consort. Irvan receives the tusk before week's end. He is most pleased with it. I'm sorry, I had to scold you, Apollo. Why are you like this? Alright, again, we're doing another auction. Let me move myself so you can see it. Alright. This is your auction, you guys, alright? Depending on, it can affect these things for that faction, these things for that faction, and these things for that faction. So as of right now, we don't want this because the barons will win. We don't want this because I think it's, then the counts will win. So, theoretically, them and them, barons, you want this. Counts, you want this. And partitions, you want this. You want stability to go down. If it goes down to 4 or less, you win your scheme. And you cuck the barons from winning right now. So you really need to push this. Counts, you might want to think about this too. Y'all would be tied at 2 schemes altogether, but if the barons win this counts, they win. You guys might want to pair up counts with the partitions to win the prison so there's less stability so that the barons don't win. Otherwise, they're gonna win. Alright? That is it. That is the War Council. You guys can start the auction in a minute because there's an ad. And I want to make sure that everyone can vote for what they want. We're taking this library to the 21st century! And hold on, we haven't been able to do the funding yet. Apollo, what was that voting? We're just waiting. 45 seconds. I'm just ahead. Blah, blah, blah. So, how is everyone doing? You guys enjoying this game? You guys enjoying your teams? Are y'all playing nice? Good game. I'm good. It's a pretty cool game, right? It's a pretty cool game. Takes a while though. Yeah, I mean, we're going through my reign, so. Apollo's doing some crazy shit in our region. Apollo's doing things. And we're back! Spartan, I didn't start the auction yet because I wanted to make sure that you guys were gonna be able to fight in the auction. So I waited until the ads were done, okay? So now that we're back, you can fund when we vote, okay? Again, I'm not going through all this again. You guys figure it out. Alright, ready? Start the auction in 3, 2, 1. Oh god. Barons are really shooting to win the game here with funding the library as much as they can. Remember, you guys, if the Barons have the stability, they're gonna win the game. You guys need to make sure that you guys vote for the prison, but you also need to vote for something else. Remember, it's the top two buildings will be the ones that are enacted. So right now it's gonna be both B and F. So it's gonna go up and down. So if you guys leave it like that, it's just gonna go up and down, and it's still gonna win because it's 5 or more stability. And time's up. Alrighty, Captain Doomsday is the biggest contributor at 2,000. Austin was the biggest at 1,450 for the Deer Park and the library. Okay, cool. I'm going back here. Okay. Alright. About my heir. The kingdom will flourish with deer and books! No, not the deer and books! So see, raise the kingdom stability to at least 5 by the next season. If the next season ends at 5, you guys, the Barons win. Counts and partitions, okay? Your marriage to Irvan has grown strong and steady like an old castle wall. Though it began as a political arrangement, it's blossomed into something like love. It's high time you thought about an heir. Congratulations are in order. Oh, congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. Felt more like a life sentence. Oh, don't be so dramatic. You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard. Or the youngest of your many cousins. My husband and I will have a child together, I guess. Oh god, Irvan. The traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can, get down to business. I have given up. Austin, you literally just have to get the stability down. I'm trying to help you here. Taking a month off the fuck. I mean, I am the queen. The songstress. Huffy! Your Highness, a bard who calls herself the songstress has been making waves in the East. Her performances are attracting huge crowds, so huge that there have been brawls and stampedes as people push closer to the stage. There have been no deaths yet, but it's only a matter of time. With every concert, the riots get worse. What can we do to nip this in the bud? I don't want to ban her from performing. Oh, look. This is not a matter for the council's attention. We can lower stability here, you guys. So... I'm gonna say let's do this one for the stability, you guys. Counts and partitions. Yay, purple! Great, can't wait to lose. What do you mean? But hear me out, what about anything else? Alright, Alright, we're gonna invite her for a private show. Blood and stars, instead of stopping this madness, we reward it? Your Chancellor extends an invitation to the songstress for a performance in your palace. It is graciously accepted. You can't wait to see what the fuss is all about. Sorry, Huffy. We like music. We take those, though. Some of y'all are weirdly helping us. I know. Why didn't you guys want to vote for the stability to go down? You know the Barons are gonna win by next season if you guys don't help me bring down the stability, right? Like, you guys understand what's going on, right? You realize you could have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 votes on the stability against the 4, plus my vote, and we would have won for the stability, so they don't win! Jojo, you're part of the count! Your Highness, the Barons of the March plan to have their council push through a number of military reforms. For the good of the kingdom, they say, but the reforms are designed to consolidate Marcher control over our ranks. We have to stop them. In this situation, I can only give you advice, my queen. The Barons are waiting for a period of stability that will allow them to pass the necessary amendments while everyone's guard is down. It looks as though the Barons will soon have the opportunity they need to put forth the military reforms, but things could change. You bring the revelations, which the Barons wholeheartedly denied to the Council. Alright, we can accuse them of treason. We can delay that scheme, you guys, so they don't win next season. Or we can just say, fuck it, let the Barons win, which I don't want that. So don't do that. You can't. Sorry, Barons, I'm not letting you vote there. Alright, voting has closed. We have accused them of treason. The council member erupts with shouts and insults. Accusations, formal and informal, circulate through the kingdom, shocking everyone. Defiance is now insolent. Stability is now stable. Authority is now oppressive. Peasants in the march and beyond protest the reforms. The rights of cartoons are posted on tavern notice boards, while priests warn against trusting the self-serving barons and their wicked ways. You can only hope it'll be enough to delay the reforms. I like that the barons can vote to accuse themselves of treason. Yeah, I mean... We didn't get it. After several rounds of deliberations, the council approves wide-ranging reforms to the kingdom's standing armies. The barons are the major contributors to this new model army, having volunteered their expertise and manpower in these trying times. Meanwhile, in a foreboding Marcher fortress, the barons are celebrating. Ha! I can hardly believe they went for it. This is all well and good, but we have not won yet. We must make our final preparations before we take control. You guys, barons, this is your vote. This is your vote. If you're a baron, you need to vote. Alright. You guys have decided to march on the capital with the full strength of the new model army. Then it's settled. We have a plan of attack, but one last thing remains: defense. For our final march on the capital, we'll need a sizable home garrison to repel opportunistic attacks from other regions. For the final stage of their scheme, the barons must raise their military to at least 9. At least one region has entered the final stage of their scheme. If they pass it, they'll win the game. There are some exceptions. If 2 or more regions pass a final scheme stage, the winner will be decided at random. If the stability, authority, or treasury hits 0 and a final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. If a rebellion ends with a rebellion win and a final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. The monarch can only win an ambition event, which will appear after you've acquired an heir. In the east, Count Cereal Jam and the Wizard Pestia are standing atop her grim windowless tower, swept by howling winds and lashed by rain. I notice the kingdom is still aswarm with bees. What happened to our arrangement? But please, just give me a few more months. By Xenia's ashes, I will not let you down. You better not, unless you want leprosy. Good night, Captain. The Count's aim is to lower all regions' combined farming to 14 or less. Oh my god. Okay, well, your guys is still trying to do that. You're not anywhere close, but... You can set different taxes for each of the regions here, or bribe. So... I mean... I guess... I need you guys to... not be so defiant, so I'll lower your guys' tax. And yeah, that seems about right. It's been good burying with all. Holy shit, I'm bawling! Confirm that tax. We don't have money anyway. EGP! That doesn't help you! Alright. A private show. Your Majesty, the songstress has arrived. She's just tuning her lyre, and then she'll perform for us all. A few minutes later, the songstress sweeps into the council hall. She carries herself with incredible confidence and immediately begins to pluck out a tune. Her music is the most beautiful thing you've ever heard. Your cheeks are damp with tears. The marshal begins sobbing. Even the spy master hides her face in her hands. Once I was a nobody, but now you'll kneel before me. Your knees buckle and you find yourself kneeling before her. The rest of the council follows suit without hesitation. It wouldn't be treachery to show me your treasury. I'll try and see if I can break free. Oh gosh. Oh, she's taking my stuff. You show her down to the treasury and help her shovel gleaming piles of gold into the special sacks that she bought for the occasion. How clever of her. Now forget this day completely, to wrap this all up neatly. I guess I forget everything. You go to bed with a raging headache. You wake up for the following morning. The past 24 hours are a blur. It's a shame the songstress never arrived. I was looking forward to her performance. What a nagging feeling I forgot something important. Probably just trapped wind, Your Highness. It's a common symptom of stress, and after the recent burglary, we're all a little on edge. Yep, I just lost 3k. Also, Reeve, that's not your girl. She stole from you guys, too. Without a word, Count Huffy hands you a blood-red envelope. It is sealed with white wax in the shape of a skull. Inside is a beautifully written invitation to an event called the Crimson Vigil, due to take place on an autumn night late next year. What's this all about? I can say no more. You must choose whether to accept your invitation or decline it. I don't like this invitation. Sorry, I'm gonna decline. You've made a choice. I can't say I'm not disappointed. Tax evasion, hello, welcome. If you'd like to play, just check the pinned comment. And then you can join us. Your Majesty, help us. Countess Reeve of the East has been bleeding us dry, he has. Reeve? Reeve, what are you doing? Not literally, I hope. No, I'm making use of a common idiom, Your Majesty. Our taxes are 10 times higher than they ever been. I can't afford to feed me cows. It's true, Your Majesty. Countess Reeve has been taxing her peasants at least twice as much as the next highest noble. It's been a hard year, Your Highness. I have barely any gold in my vault.
I'm just doing what I can to stay afloat.
What do you guys think? What's this game about? You guys are all part of factions, and you're all trying to win with your faction. But you're also trying to make sure the other factions don't win. Let's see. I will... What is it about this poor peasant's cows? A pox on the stupid cows. Let's see what the council thinks of this, Okay, Reeve, you're the one that decided. Alright, are we gonna throw you into the dungeon to teach you a lesson? Are we gonna keep letting Reeve overtax her peasants? Which lowers farming, lowers defiance, but ups wealth? Which would help the counts. Remember, the counts are on their second scheme too. Or have a royal tax collector take over tax duties in the east. I would rather have that happen. But up to you guys. Don't join, you're gonna get stuck on Coast Team and we're getting fricked by the beginning. It's your fault having crabs! Also, it's fun though. Join, it's fun. The count wins if the treasure hits 0. Alrighty, we're having a royal tax collector take over tax duties in the east. By the blood of the dead, tax collection has been our duty since the days of old. Why should the rest of us be punished because of Countess Reeve's mistakes? The royal tax collector proves to be diligent and efficient, but the counts are outraged at the implication that they can't be trusted. Reeve. Alright, and we're ending the season. By royal decree, we can tweak the laws. Let's see. +1 stability and more than 50% vote for any. Let's see. Nobles must vote their least favorite option, and the option with the least votes will pass. And timer set to 15 seconds. Vote will automatically close once the timer is over. I'll do reverse voting. Alrighty. Pointless parades, tight trouble, and irritating visitors. Alright, let's see irritating visitors. Your Majesty, I simply can't stand it any longer. I need you to do something. Whatever's the matter. I have filthy peasants scrabbling all over my newly built library, pulling at candlesticks, knocking over bookshelves. They've heard legends of buried treasure beneath the site. Total nonsense, of course. I need to keep those greedy treasure grubbers off my land. Actually, these rumors might not be nonsense. After conquering the March, King Arnold the Great is said to have buried a huge stash of stolen loot, spoils of war, in the area. What are you suggesting? We could search for the treasure ourselves, send a team of diggers to take the place apart brick by brick and dig deep into the foundations. By the 9th? What are you saying? That would destroy the whole place! So... dig up fake treasure hoard to pretend the gold's been found, place sentries around the library to keep treasure hunters at bay, or take the building apart in search of treasure. We need the stability to go down, you guys. Counts and patricians. We need the stability to go down. That's the only one right now. So please, maybe, yes, you can do something to like maybe win the game. I'm not doing the reverse voting. I'm not doing the reverse voting right now. I'm doing the monarch's vote. So it's not reverse voting right now. Just vote. It's regular. But we need stability to go down, otherwise barons are gonna win, right? Or wait, actually? No, their whole thing already left. They need to raise their military to at least 9. So we don't care. So alright, cool. The treasury. I can just make a fake treasure hoard. Now counts. I'm talking to you guys and the barons, because right now, if you want the partitions to win, then we put it down to 4 or less. But if we don't do that, we keep the stability, then we'll be okay. And I have pretty good authority, so this should work. And remember, barons, treasury goes down, counts win. Alrighty? Alright, go ahead and vote. Also, hi Coops! Welcome! How are we? Welcome to the stream. If you'd like to join, the pin's up there on how to join. And thank you so much for following! Apollo, you want the partitions to win? Take the building apart and search a treasure. Bloody hell, no, my beautiful library! How could you? You can't keep up with it because you're playing a game on the side. I'll send a militia and excavation teams to tear the place apart, your majesty. King Errol's horde is calling out to us. I can feel it in my bones. For the next few weeks, extensive digging takes place. The library is completely destroyed in the process. You wait anxiously for news of the horde's discovery. Your Majesty, success! We found it! Oh wow, 25% chance that I found it. She's right. You inspect the uncovered treasure personally. A spectacular, glittering hoard of gold and jewels. Ahem, your highness. You're wise as always. Apologies for my earlier outburst. As the owner of the land where this gold is found, surely I am entitled to a share? I guess yes, you are entitled to some. Let it be said. Let it never be said you hold a grudge. Some of your wealth has been increased. Trade is now dominant, and treasury is now 3150. Thank you, your highness. I suppose this is fair. Trying to be a good queen. Your Majesty, I worry that our newly built stadium in the coast is encouraging bad habits among the coastal soldiers. They're getting complacent. Too much time is devoted to pointless parades and chest thumping and flag waving. We need fighters who know how to use their pole arms, not polish them. How do the partitions feel about this? By the 9th, we like the parades. They're a perfect demonstration of coastal military might. Send me over there. I can toughen up these soldiers again. First step, shut down the damn parades. Okay. Actually double the number of coastal parades. Send the marshal to replace parades with a rigorous training regimen. That will let the barons win the game. Unleash monsters into the stadium during the next parade. That will take 50 of the military, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna kill partitions, you guys. I don't think that would be good. So I'm gonna veto that we're not going to send the marshal there, but you guys can vote B or C. Oh my god! You guys want chaos! Why? Oh gosh, I love how the partitions are like, yeah, kill our people, kill them, unleash the monsters, kill our own people. We're already losing, doesn't matter. You guys aren't losing, you guys are gonna win this stability. You guys are gonna be 2 for 2. You're gonna be with the counts. You're just kind of sulking there. Alrighty. Could have lowered the military. Yeah, well, you guys really, I don't know what you guys are doing. You're just kind of like poo-pooing. What? This is not what I recommended at all, Your Majesty. This is... Oh, can it, One Eye? You're the one who accused our soldiers of getting complacent. This should shake them up a bit, shouldn't it? At the next coastal parade, the soldiers march out in their gleaming ranks, boots hitting the ground in perfectly synchronized lockstep. Their confidence turns to panic, however, as Lord Partition Uncanny pulls a lever and a cage door slides open. A dozen scorpion cans slink out, hissing and spitting, venom dripping from their barbed tails. A winter wolf howls, blanketing the stadium floor in magical frost. A bronze giant clangs its fists together, eyes burning. After a stunned moment, the coastal troops close ranks and ready their weapons. The scorpion cats are riddled with arrows before they can get close. A burly warrior severs the winter wolf's head and holds it up, bellowing in triumph. The bronze giant proves harder to overcome, but it only manages to smash a few soldiers to bits before a brave sergeant climbs its back and stabs it in the base of the neck, sending it toppling to the ground. Everyone agrees that it was a good show, and it strengthens the common folk's belief in your military might. See, I told you our warriors could beat a few mangy monsters without breaking a sweat. Now, back to the parades! You guys really like your parades. You're committing more crimes. Your Highness, I've come to submit a complaint about the accounts of the East. Lately, they've been neglecting their tithes. What's a tithe? All accounts are obligated to donate an eighth of their monthly income to the church. And they want to stay out of the seven hells when they die, that is. I'm not a debt collector. Who do you think the common folk will blame if the church starts failing? Me? No, Your Highness, they'll blame you alone. Especially if I tell my priest to spread word that you refuse to help a holy man in need. Fine, I'll help. The worst offender is Count Jojo Eisen. They haven't paid their tithe in years! Jotuo, you want to explain? I want an example to be made of them. Okay. I can either make you guys just pay in full, just toss him into the dungeon. The count should be exempt, or do nothing. Again, barons and counts. If you want the patricians to win the stability for this season, then we do nothing to make the stability go up. But if you don't want them to be in the running, then the best vote is to toss Jotuo in the dungeon as an example. This is the only thing I can do right now is reverse voting. So you must vote for your least favorite option, and the option with the least votes will pass. Alright? Remember, it's the least amount of votes that are going to that is going to pass. So right now, you guys are gonna be exempt. You're making them exempt from paying tithes. All right, so we have decided that the count should be exempt from paying. Why are you guys like this? Also, Tank, are you part of the... Tank, you have to join. You have to join in order to vote. How exquisite. Defiance is now aloof, faith is now agnostic, and some of your wealth has increased. But the rest of us have to keep paying tithes to the church. Why do your curse count so special? Ugh. That little crown might make you think you're more powerful than the church, Your Majesty, but I will prove the folly of your arrogance. Wait and see. The Archbishop soon lives up to his words. Throughout the kingdom, priests preach to their flocks that the queen is a baby kicker and a devil worshipper. The gullible peasants lap it up. Okay, so stability is now unstable, so you guys have helped the partitions more. And that's it for this season. So the partitions, now can you guys stop complaining how you guys lost, because you guys are two out of your 3 things you need. kingdom's in great jeopardy, and the council is calling for the Queen's inner circle to resign. We need to increase the pressure. If the Queen's in a weak enough position, she's got no choice but to bow to our demands. No more interfering spy master. No more marshal or chancellor or treasurer. A whole new inner circle, all made up of patricians. For the next stage of their scheme, the patricians must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. So you guys gotta get this down. You guys already won this, see? So you now need to go for the stability. You see how it's 2? So you got, I don't know why Austin and you guys have been complaining. You're like in the running. You're the same as the counts. Y'all need to team up against the barons. They're about to win. So these upstarts are saying they have a right to your throne. Like I said, see? It's the barons, counts, and patricians that you guys need to watch out for. You guys are still in the running. Alright. My heir! My baby! I made a baby! Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask my crown be passed down to... The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My daughter. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Majesty, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter. What is her name? Also, hi, Count Tank. Her name is Yami II. Most pleasing, Your Majesty. I'm sure little Yami II will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Woo! We got a baby, you guys! Are you guys happy? Jailbreak! What the hell? What's going on? Apollo! My liege, do you remember Baron Apollo the Drake? Oh, the fellow I threw in my dungeon! That's right, my uncle. You threw him in prison for resisting the will of the council. Well, he escaped. He cunningly concealed his escape tunnel behind a 6-foot wide oil painting of cavorting nymphs. Blood and stars. Why was this villain allowed such a painting in his cell at all? Villain or not, Apollo the Drake was the Baron and was accommodated accordingly at the Baron's request. Let me hunt down this outlaw, Your Highness. I'll show these soft-hearted barons how a count keeps their prisoners. Alright. Should we send Tank to hunt him down? Make prisons less comfortable for the nobles? Put a bounty on Apollo's head? Or who cares about it, one escaped baron? Why don't we just put a bounty on Apollo's head? I'm gonna veto this, and you guys can vote. You guys have 3 members, yeah. I don't know why it randomizes who goes to what faction, so... I can try and help you guys, but... I also kinda can't get killed. Oh, and Golden Duck, thank you so much for diving in! Thank you so much for following, welcome to the lake! If you'd like to play, go ahead and look at the pinned comment. Alright, we just made things less comfortable. Yay! In the march, prison cells for nobles are stripped of their creature comforts. Spikes and iron maidens are installed instead. How exquisite. This is more like it. Well, now the march is furious. Counter partitions. I assume you want to win, yes? You don't want to make the March Defiance worse. Because they can overthrow. The new punishments certainly make the barons think twice about skimming taxes or taking more than their share of the harvest, but despite all this, trade is now monopoly. Farming's not abundant. Counts, you kind of just screwed yourselves for the farming. Somewhere out there, Baron Apollo Drake remains at large, and the Queen's Jessic looks weaker than ever. Trying to lower the military. I mean, you're not really necessarily doing a good job because they've been steady. Alright. A new contraption. Your Majesty, a count by the name of Tank Bearclaw wants to present you with a new invention. Your Grace, we are entering a modern age, a more humane age, yet botched executions are commonplace. Decapitations where the head doesn't come off or hangings where it does. No more. Behold, a merciful machine for removing heads quickly and painlessly. I call it the Tank Bearclaw. They swish away a cloth to reveal a huge machine of iron and wood. It has a hole for someone to place their head and a heavy blade dangling ominously above it. The sight sends a chill down your spine. How efficient. Precisely. With the Tank Bearclaw, you'll send 12 heads a-rolling in the time it'd take an ordinary executioner to chop through a single neck. With a little funding, Your Majesty, I can distribute the Tank Bearclaw across the kingdom. Sure, but we're not calling it Tank Bearclaw. Very well, I suppose we can call it the Decapitator. Alright, so we can... Oh no, I don't want to test it on Tank. Tank did nothing, he just made a choppy chop. Why has Tank been in like every event this season? I don't know, Tank, do you own this game? Because if you do, then that's why. They appear more often. I mean... I don't want to kill Tank. Come on, you guys. Don't kill Tank. Alright. I want to spare Tank. He's not on my noble defeat to Crab's list. Austin says he doesn't care. Take out Tank. Josh says take out Tank. God damn, you guys, Tank's done nothing. Oh my god, we're gonna kill Tank. We're gonna kill Tank? Apollo! Why are you like this? Okay, we're tied at 3, so we can fund a nationwide rollout, or we can test it on Tank. I'm not killing Tank. I'm not killing Tank, you guys. We're gonna use it. Hundreds of decapitators are built in Eastern workshops and sent to courthouses all over the kingdom. So trade's now dynamic, and Tank's wealth has increased. Counts, you should be happy. Your trade's getting better now. When the state came for me, you were all silent. Now that it's all you on the chopping block. Soon, you're chopping through the backlog of condemned prisoners with unprecedented speed and unprecedented mercy. Alright. We're gonna end the season here. Alright, you guys, we're starting another auction. Let me go ahead and move real fast. Again, this is things that you gotta think about. So again, you guys want to decrease farming, so you're gonna want the deer park counts. Trade isn't necessarily something you need. Counts. Barons, you guys want a bigger military, so you're gonna want a fortress. You're gonna want to enact the fortress. Partitions, you want authority to go down, so you're gonna want the theater. Now remember, 2 of these things can be erected, and remember you guys, if you want to win, you probably don't want the barons to get their stuff because they're on the 3rd stage. Yes? Yes? Okay, we all understand? So, with whatever money you have, let's go! Remember, it's the top 2. So, Yeah, you guys have to kick out the fortress funding. Damn, we poor. I mean, you have Apollo the Second not giving any money. You also have Captain, who's just sitting on the 915 gold because he's asleep. And I don't think the counts or the partitions are gonna want to help you, but yeah, Apollo's the only one that could probably help you here. But it doesn't even matter because it wouldn't get to the top anyway. So yeah. Time is up. Let me go ahead and move myself again. Hi. We've funded the theater, which puts down my authority, and the deer park, which puts down farming. Deer! Alright, my ambition. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the greatest queen who ever lived. You're well on track to achieve that aim. Well done, Your Majesty. But to shut down your noble scheming for good, we need to build on that reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. We should crush these disloyal nobles, smash their armies, and force them to submit. On the other hand, Your Majesty, if you help us spread the zeal of the Ninth God, the Church will lend our full support. With the backing of the Church, the nobles wouldn't dare move against you. I'm gonna go with authority and faith, because military, you guys want military. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll send word to my priests. But of course, you need to be worthy. Your priority is to raise your authority and the kingdom's overall faith as much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. Alright. A ghoulish problem. Ooh, we got ghouls? Your Majesty, we're having terrible problems in the East. The people who have lost faith in the Ninth God and churches are being left to crumble. But without peace to perform the rites, the dead are rising as ghouls from their abandoned crypts. There have been 9 attacks in this week alone. Dark news indeed. We must remind the Eastern folk that they are lost without the Night to protect them, especially once they've passed. Let's see. I mean, we could employ the ghouls as a source of cheap labor. But we could also send more priests to the east. Ghoul interns. Right? I'm gonna veto this one, and you guys can vote. Deer farming dying. Gladiators of Coast the Dead are raising. Let's send them back to hell with force of tidal wave. You all want the ghouls to fucking live. Let's see. Oh god damn it, we did it. We failed. In the end, the ghoul problem in the east just gets worse and worse with no solution in sight. The farmers are scared to cross their fields past nightfall, and merchants stop traveling between cities. Farming's now sufficient, trade is now modest. So, you guys are helping the counts with the farming. Y'all might wanna, y'all might wanna watch that. Remember, the counts want the farming to go down for the all regions' total farming to be 14 or less. Alright, last but not least. Your Highness, I have received word about the fate of the escaped prisoner, Baron Apollo. He crossed the border and fled to the Ashmedian Empire. He now serves as a military advisor to the Emperor, so we can add treachery to his many crimes. This is terrible news, Your Majesty. Baron Apollo knows many of our military secrets, not to mention the identities of our spies. We must act decisively. Alright. We can hire an assassination To remove this irritation, let the matter lie, declare war, or peacefully petition to extradite Apollo. Let's see. So right now, counts and petitions, it might look good to lower the military, but I'm gonna also say if the stability gets too low and you guys try to overthrow me as a queen, y'all militaries aren't strong enough to go against the barons, and the barons are gonna win. So you guys don't necessarily want that. You don't want the stability to go to 0. I would say you might want... I would say we should probably peacefully petition that they extradite Apollo, but I don't think they will. We might have to declare war. And I think we have... I don't know, we might have enough military to go against them. I say we declare war, or we hire an assassin. That's what I think. Again, Reeve, if you let the matter lie, yes, you put down the military, but you also put down stability, and if stability gets really bad, you guys are gonna duke it out, and the barons are probably gonna win considering they have the military behind them. And they have the trade behind them, and they have the farming behind them, and they have the faith behind them. They're basically gonna stomp all of you. Alright, we're to declare war on Ashmead. The Ashmeadian ambassador arrives in your throne room to discuss the matter, lip curled with distaste. You'd really go over a war over one exiled baron. Are you really so foolish? Have some sense, your majesty. You cannot hope to defeat Ashmead. War it is, then. Very well, I'll enjoy watching your city burn. Hope you know what you're doing, your majesty. I better rally the troops. Huzzah! We'll give those Ashmeadian dogs a right kicking! Apollo, that's your uncle! Oh shit, well. Let's end the season here. We're in war now. The partitioned fisheries net 500 wealth this quarter. The other nobles gain 200 wealth. Okay, cool. We'll just do a random... We'll just do regular treasury stuff then, I suppose. Tank has a lot of... I don't know. Yeah, I'll just regular tax you guys. I'm not gonna be mean. Alright. Oh gosh, we have so much in the capital going on. Alright, let's see what's going on. Your Majesty, I come with you with a sensitive matter. It's become clear that King Consort Irvon is utterly despised by the common folk. You can't appear in public without being mercilessly mocked. Unfortunately, appearing in public is the only thing your husband is really required to do. When did this start? The commoners find Irvon insufferable. His speeches are rambling and self-congratulatory. I must admit, even I find his manner grating. I don't like to pry in your personal affairs, but if your husband's popularity continues to plummet, he could be at risk. I need to talk to my husband. What is it, my dear? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they love me. After all, who doesn't? The commoners don't, and stop pretending otherwise. I'll admit, they haven't warmed to me as quickly as I expected, but that'll change. I'll pay to give you lessons. You think I need lessons? How could you even suggest such a thing? I absolutely refuse. It's up to you to fix this. There's nothing to fix! Oh my god, husband! Ambition. Sainthood. Woof woof. Your Majesty, I've received messages from the priests beyond the capital. They've been working hard to promote your power in every sermon. What have they been saying? The crown has the divine right to rule, but my priests are pushing that a message just be a bit harder, more of a divine mandate. Your demand is masterful, Your Majesty. The nobles are in no position to push back against you. Now the true journey of sainthood begins. We will scour the kingdom for miracles so that you can show the holiness of your rule. Please thank your priest for me. Oh, they need no thanks. More than ever, they serve the crown at the night this one. What do you want, honey? Honey is pushing me right now. I shall write to my priests directly. They will investigate any potential miracles and send word once they find something. Oh, hello, Jotuo. What's up? How exquisite! Your Grace, excellent news from the east! 9 white wolves were seen close to a countess's keep, and a group of her vassals were followed them deep into the moorland. There they found an ancient forgotten church beside a tor. The wolves vanished, leaving only a handful of fur. Not to mention that the East Cross suddenly flourished! Ah! Besides, you must recall how last week the statue of Saint Bertrand wept blood after you visited the cathedral, and that a peasant reported a vision of you being blessed by the ninth. When the queen's rule is holy, the ninth god rewards. Everyone agrees the signs are here. Is this Mira's time? I believe it is, Your Majesty. I will make preparations for the ceremony at Saint Bertrand's cathedral. I look forward to seeing you. That evening, your husband comes to you. Saint Yami, what an honor! I can only imagine what you'll do with the kingdom after this. I want us to work in harmony. As a saintly queen, you're just the person to do it. Before you know it, the time has come. It's a gloriously sunny day in the capital. Layers upon layers of ceremonial robes are rather hot. You stand before the Archbishop in St. Bertrand's Cathedral in front of the gathered nobles. Irvan stands beside you, his hand in yours. Off to the side, Yami II is watching excitedly. She occasionally tries to dash into the crowd, but her governess retrieves her each time. We gather before the power of the ninth god to witness the holy influence of Queen Yami. There follows a very long sermon. It goes on and on. You are now fanatical, you're now fanatical, you're now devout. But eventually it's time for my blessing. A blanket of silence falls over the cathedral. You step forward and the Archbishop sprinkles holy water upon your brow. Perhaps you feel something. The power of the ninth god bathes you in holy light. Nobles can never stand against you now. Rise once more, Queen of the Kingdom and Saint Yami! Sainthood, here I am! Hooray! May the ninth god bless this day. He will, Your Majesty, he will. Applause rises in the cathedral, echoing in the huge rafters. Surrounded by her red-robed devotees, the High Inquisitor is watching closely. After a moment, she applauds with the rest. At the next council session, the nobles arrive to find a cluster of inquisitors who have joined their honor guard. What are they doing here? Since when does the Inquisition have a place in the council? By the blood of the dead, hush! Do you want to be tried for heresy? By the blood of the dead, hush. Do you want to be tried for heresy? Okay. Don't worry, they're purely ceremonial. I suppose so, my liege. Over the course of the day, even the boldest noble is quick to vote for the crown. It's so easy, relaxing, efficient. You finish early for the first time in months. With a church at your back, you have license to do what you please, as long as you keep on the ninth god's good side, of course. A long, glorious, and venerated reign awaits for Saint Yami. The monarch's victorious! Let me put myself down. The Patrician's attempt to replace the Queen's advisors never panned out. One night, Lord Patrician Spartan awoke to find a smiling spy master holding a knife to his throat and kindly asking him to desist. The Baron's revolutionary plans for their new model army were quietly shelved, but not forgotten. Those blueprints will surely come in useful someday. The attempt to woo Pestia to the Eastern cause was doomed to failure. The wizard retreated once more from politics, but not before afflicting Count Cereal Jam with explosive hemorrhoids. Cereal, no! Praise be! Under Saint Yami's reign, the church was all-powerful. The only thing warmer than the hearts of believers were the heretics being burned alive. The queen died peacefully after another year, 15 years of devout rule. Legend says that an angel appeared at her bedside to bear her to the thereafter. Queen Yami the Confessor. Let me move myself. Game length, 2 years, 9 months. Spouse, Irvan of the East. Successor, Queen Yami II. What do you guys think of this game? Paul, you're the only one who won because you escaped. We went to war. Fun, but it is long. Incredibly fun. It is pretty long. This is usually how I end, right? Rigged. Thank you for a posture check. Fun. Hopefully next time it's fairer. I'm not sure why there were so many counts. It didn't divide you guys. It didn't divide you guys evenly. That was kind of weird, but that was really fun. Hopefully now that we all played, we can play this in the future. And now that we all kind of know how this works, you probably are all gonna behead me now, aren't you? You were a countess. You are right, Reeve, and you also caused some trouble. We can play this again maybe in the future with more people. I think it'll be more fun. But hey, first game, first win. This was very, very nice. I may continue a game. Completed games will create new saves where you can continue the story of my dynasty. So I'd be Queen Yami II, but I'm sure you guys would want to change your dynasties to something different. Reeve causing chaos, right? But it was very long. It's been 2.5 hours. I don't know if you guys want to do another one, or we can just end here. Your second game will include dynasty events, which will continue the story of the previous events. Nobles will return to keep previous regions and keep their wealth. I can also export the saved games to import and play on their continued dynasty screen. We store these on our server, so no need to copy and paste. Let me put a poll here, because you know it depends on your guys' participation. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a poll. If you guys think that you can play another game, we'll do a whole new dynasty. So we can play some more. If you guys think that you guys are good, or you guys need to go to bed, I totally understand. Vote, you know, to end the stream. And we can always play another time. But this was really fun, and I think that it definitely was way more fun than I thought it was gonna be. Especially with, like, you guys having to watch each other, like, work with each other and watch each other at the same time. My gosh. It's really how alliances and political alliances work, right? You're honestly about to pass out. So we can always end the stream, because this is around the time that I end stream as it is. Let's just, for formality reasons, see what you guys vote. Alright, we all voted kind of to end, so let me go ahead and have my stream deck not work on me. I love that. Stream deck, which button are you? Okay, let's see if my stream deck will work. My loyalty is to my people, but of course my heart loyalty was to the queen always. Aw, thank you. Okay, my stream deck is taking a poop, so I don't know what's going on with that. I'm gonna write Battle Royale. So good luck to all of you guys. While we do Battle Royale, I'm gonna go ahead and look for someone to raid. And I think we will raid Tayo, since we haven't done them in a while. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, you guys. How come my stream deck is taking a poop? If anyone has a stream deck, please let me know why my stream deck has decided to kill itself. Because I don't know. Oh, I think I got it. Okay. I think I got it. I'm not sure. Here's my socials. This is my raid message, you guys. Thank you so much for watching the stream. We're gonna be ending shortly, so please stay to support the raid. And we're gonna be raiding Tayoma. So again, thank you so much, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed it as well. And I'll see y'all soon, okay? Thank you for watching the makeup stream, and thank you for participating. Bye bye.